from murders
That would be brain matter right there.
to break-ins.
Attack.
You genuinely never know what you're going to walk into.
Major crime leaves a trail of devastation.
There's blood in the hallway, the tile, just blood everywhere.
That's a lot of blood there.
In cars,
Someone's been attacked with a samurai on the passenger side.
soaking into carpets.
There's maggots all over this entire carpet.
Once the police have gathered the evidence, they call in the crime scene cleaners. Highly trained professionals in the UK and United States who clean up dangerous hazards.
The worst case scenario is the lithium and gasoline, they blow up.
Keeping the public safe.
Tenant is booming up the property with needles and syringes.
The cat could have fed on the corpse.
There's the body mark right there on the bed.
How did this happen? What happened? Was they attacked?
In this series,
Testing 1, 2, 3.
body cams take us beyond the police tape into the heart of the tragedy.
Ready?
He was so decomposed that I would not be able to recognise him, even if he was my brother.
While leading crime experts dissect each scene.
Crime scenes can actually be an insight into the perpetrator's behaviour.
We get projected blood stain patterns when we have a breach to the circulatory system.
And try to piece together what happened.
There's been a frenzied attack within that building.
It has sufficient malice of forethought to be considered murder.
Lauren Baker, a trauma cleaning expert and founder of LIT Biohazard, brings years of experience to the most harrowing and dangerous scenes.
We specialise in biohazard and trauma cleaning. Biohazard is anything that causes harm to the human body. I had a gentleman in a flat that was a full decomposition, and that was quite bad. The first thing that hits you when you walk through the door is the smell, and if it isn't the smell, it's the flies and the maggots that come with it. 1, 2, 3.
In Kent, Lauren is preparing for today's clean.
Yeah, cuts through grease and grime. Yes. So today's job, we've got an unattended death in a bungalow. We're not sure how we passed, so we're going to get in there and see what we're sort of up against when we get there, put a plan together and see what we can do. Here we go. We're good to go.
An unattended death means someone has died without the presence of anyone else. The first people to attend will either be the paramedics or the police.
Just because it's unattended doesn't mean it's not a crime. It can be natural causes all the way up to a murder. But it's got to be looked at properly to try and uncover a sequence of events and not just to assume that everything is as it looks.
It's tough when you walk into an unattended death, especially if you've got a decomposition going on as well. And mentally, it does affect you. It takes a strong mind to be able to go in and clean something like that.
Police have already processed the scene. With the body removed, Lauren has access to the location.
My first is how long have they been there? Is there any decomposition? How bad is the clean-up going to be? We could be walking into a bloodbath, needles everywhere, you can have faeces, bodily fluids. We don't know what we're going to come across.
Crime scene cleaners must wear top-to-toe protective PPE, which is disposed of after every day at the scene, to shells from dangerous biohazards like bloodborne pathogens, harmful bacteria, and toxic chemicals.
Gonna have a quick look around, see what we've got to do with, work a plan of action, and then we're going to get cracking. We've got quite a lot of work to do in there because it's not just clean the unattended death. We also got to clear the property, get it sanitised, disinfected, and get it ready to be sold on.
You've got to go into every crime scene with an open mind, and you've got to be thinking that this could be a murder.
Ready? Ready? Right, just go steady. Because there's a lot of blood glass. The first thing I see when I walked in, obviously, was a broken glass. So you have to be really, really careful. So I walk into the house and there's stuff absolutely everywhere. I can see the level and extent of cleaning that we need to do. Just go steady, because we don't know what's in here. Of bottles. This is quite cluttered. There is obviously sharps and stuff in here, so just when you're clearing up, go a little bit steady.
No worries. Sharps such as glass or blades can puncture skin, even through PPE, creating entry points for harmful pathogens. Whilst viruses need a human host to multiply, they can survive on surfaces. Hepatitis B can live in dried blood for up to 7 days. Hepatitis C can stay infectious on hard surfaces for 6 weeks.
So, I believe this gentleman died on his bed. We're not quite sure how he passed at this moment in time. The first thing that hits you as you walk into that room is the smell. I can't describe the smell of death. It's such a distinctive smell. Once you've smelled it, you're not going to want to smell it again. Yeah, because it passed on the bed. The fluids have leaked on the bed.
What's happened within that room? You're looking for any evidence of a struggle? Are there things that have been stolen? Are there signs of rummaging within the house?
We don't know how this gentleman passed, and toxins are released and stuff from your body when you pass. But when someone passes away, toxins and fluids are released from any hole in your body that could have seeped onto the bed.
Lauren must eliminate all blood, biological material, and anything affected by decomposition.
The decomposition starts almost at the point of death. You'd expect to see liquids coming from the breakdown of the tissues, from the fats, from the enzymes that are released to basically start getting rid of the remains. Maggots will arrive very quickly, within hours, and start their work. They can be quite voracious if there's enough of them there. The whole purpose of them being there is just to reproduce. Once they've eaten enough, they'll go away, where they pupate, until they turn into flies. And then the whole process just starts all over again.
Decomposition is a real problem for the police and the crime scene investigators. It can mask lots of different things. It can mask injuries, whether there's been some sort of violence that's occurred.
We do have some fluids on the floor. It appears that there's blood on the carpet.
To a police expert, the discovery of blood in a new location can raise questions.
Yeah, that's covered in fluids.
If there was an attack, was it on the bed? And then did the person fall onto the floor?
How did this happen? What happened? Was they attacked? Was it natural? Did they slip and fall? Have they had a heart attack and just fallen and hit their head on the way down? Don't know. We genuinely don't know.
Former detective Larry Douglas now cleans up what crime leaves behind. As owner of Extreme Cleaners, he and Deputy Morgan Phillips sanitize one of the country's drug trafficking hotspots.
We're a specialized biohazard cleanup company. We do death scenes, homicides. I've been in law enforcement 39 years. I carry a .40 semi-automatic handgun on me because some of the work we do is dangerous. All day long we hear sirens, we hear gunshots.
I love Baton Rouge, it's in my blood, but it's gotten to be a rough place, and I think it's just getting worse. People were murdered. It did seem like a drug feud, but when we walked in, it was a pretty gruesome scene. A lot of blood, and it was just really sad.
Who found the eyeball? 3 years we've been doing this, I've never found an intact eyeball because they're so fragile.
Larry's carefully assembled a team of experienced professionals.
It looked like he had liver problems.
For sure, there was kind of
Well, it's probably just from it not being in the body.
It was bruised, maybe? It might be a little
It was
bruised.
yellow and This is Morgan with Extreme Cleaners. How may I help you? When would that be towed to us? All right, and I will talk to Larry about it.
All right, Dolan, I appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
What's that?
That was a call for a fentanyl contaminated car. There's a bullet hole in the front windshield. It's coming from New Orleans. It's on a tow truck, and they want to drop it off today.
All right.
Larry has unique insight into the area's drug problems through his extensive experience on both sides of the job.
And it was probably stolen. It has a bullet hole, so it's probably gang related.
Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid. It's even more powerful than heroin. Just a little bit of it can kill you, and that's what makes it so deadly.
All right, so let's get out and start getting it ready for it.
We've had a tremendous number of deaths as a result of the opiate epidemic, specifically related to fentanyl, because it gets them high. I mean, there's a euphoric effect to it. The problem is that if you use too much, it creates central nervous system depression and respiratory depression.
You will stop breathing, and that's it. You'll go to sleep, and you'll just never wake up. And it happens every day.
Police have sent a fentanyl-contaminated vehicle worth $30,000 to Extreme Cleaners HQ for their expert decontamination.
The car is a 2024 Honda CR-V. It's brand new, so it's definitely worth saving, and that's why they want to get it done quickly.
This car was stolen from a car rental place. Fentanyl detected in it by law enforcement. There's a shot in the middle here where a bullet hit. They have it circled.
Dope money and guns. That's one thing you're always going to find around fentanyl and all drugs. And so I'm not surprised that there's a bullet hole in it, because the larger gangs that are in the area, they're selling a lot of fentanyl. Most likely a handgun that was fired into that windshield.
The police wrote, "Do not enter."
Fentanyl is a lab-made opioid used medically for rapid and potent pain relief. Its chemical structure enables it to bind tightly to opioid receptors in the brain, making it 100 times stronger than morphine, but deadly even in micrograms.
When we talk about what would be fatal to a human, if you take a packet of sugar, a whole packet would be heroin. And if you took just a few grains, that would be the equivalent of fentanyl. A couple of those grains could be absolutely fatal.
These dangers are very real.
Sit down.
Across the US, officers have been overcome by airborne fentanyl.
47. Loading.
A deadly risk that turns even a simple traffic stop into a life-threatening situation.
We're concerned about just coming in contact with it now. The officers are being exposed and they're treated for fentanyl contact.
It tested positive for fentanyl.
More likely than not in that situation, when they started to rummage through the things in the car, the fentanyl aerosolized, meaning it got into the air and they breathed it in, and that was what caused their overdose in those videos.
I got you, okay? I'm not gonna let you die. I'm not gonna let you die. I need Narcan!
Narcan, a life-saving drug, rapidly reverses fentanyl overdoses.
Most police officers in the United States carry Narcan. If you start to overdose on fentanyl, we'll deliver a dose of Narcan that will help to kick the fentanyl out of your receptors and allow you to start breathing again.
It's a invisible killer, so you have to be careful. You do not want to get in a car with fentanyl.
The crime scene cleanup is assigned to Larry's team leader, Morgan Phillips, and trainee, Kelly Wright.
We are getting suited up for a fentanyl decon.
Kelly is one of our newer techs, so
I am very nervous about this, just because, fentanyl is a very dangerous and deadly drug.
Kelly, a former waitress, is still new to crime scene cleaning, having started just 4 months ago.
This is the first fentanyl cleanup that I have done. And when you have a drug-infested town like I have, you really know what it's capable of. If you did any of our jobs without any PPE, the results could be fatal. The suit is going to protect your whole body, your full face respirator, which is protecting your face. We typically double layer our gloves.
You want to be covered from top to bottom. You don't want anything getting into your system.
Let's go.
Fentanyl is very toxic, and I was definitely worried about something happening to me because, I touched it and I didn't know, or I touched my kid and now they're sick, I was very scared. Very, very scared.
Alright. We are here at our headquarters. I'm going to start detailing a car that is possible fentanyl.
In Baton Rouge, crime scene cleaners Morgan Phillips and Kelly Wright face the dangerous task of cleaning a police-seized car contaminated with deadly fentanyl.
First step is we're going to spray this fentanyl-destroying solution all over the car.
The car, owned by a rental company, must be cleaned and returned.
We wanted to make sure there's no trace anywhere of it, and the next person that's getting in the car is completely safe.
We do an even coat throughout the whole car.
You have to disinfect it first with a chemical that breaks down the fentanyl,
and then you have to vacuum, spraying all surfaces, top to bottom.
We put special solution inside of our electrostatic sprayer. It literally hugs everything in the vehicle and it'll break down the drug.
A solution with powerful oxidizers, like hydrogen peroxide, breaks apart the drug's molecules, making it harmless.
So right now, I'm going to shut all the doors so that it's dead for 30 minutes.
Morgan's apprentice Kelly is facing her first fentanyl clean.
Fentanyl is very, very dangerous. It's very potent. My family was in my mind the whole time. We don't know if it was in the air system, in the air duct, on the steering wheel, the keys.
With a neutralizing mist settled,
Kelly, can you bring a light for me, please?
Morgan's first job is to replace the air filter, likely contaminated with fentanyl.
This is such an awkward position.
We have to replace the air filter because fentanyl can travel throughout the air system.
Residue may linger in the filter, posing an inhalation risk.
Finally got the cabin air filter out. You can see it's pretty dirty for it being a new car.
With the air filter replaced, they can now press on with a surface clean.
I cleaned the entire surface, the steering wheel, your dashboard, your door handles, all that.
We have Kelly wiping down, filter, shop back, and making sure any particles that may be left behind are gone.
Every single surface of the whole car you have to vacuum, and then you repeat that process over and over again.
By repeating the vacuuming and disinfecting process, they ensure no trace is left behind.
Fentanyl, when you can't see it, it can still be lethal. So just if the car does look clean, doesn't mean there's no fentanyl.
Right now, we are extracting the seeds for any possible residue left behind.
We use a extractor. It shoots water out and then sucks it back in.
See the carpet on the floor? We'll do that all the way around.
With the job complete, Morgan and Kelly decontaminate next door.
I'm feeling a little bit of accomplishment. Because I was completely scared. And I didn't know if I would be able to properly do that job. It's hard to breathe in this thing, much less with the fear of the drugs that we were around.
Nobody's hurt, nobody's passing out, so we're good.
With havoc across the US, specialist cleaners are essential to safely neutralize this highly potent opioid.
Right, if we can start with the conservatory.
In Kent, crime scene cleaner Lauren Baker and her team face the grim task of restoring a home after an unattended death. The body is being removed and taken to the coroner.
If we can start in here, because this is going to be our main taking out point. So if we can get this cleared.
A rear window has been smashed, leaving dangerous glass everywhere.
Right, Nat.
Yep.
Can you blast up
Yep.
and go cut that bit of carpet out for me, please?
Yeah, of course.
Blood staining helps paint a picture of what's happened. The experts will put together a theory.
We're going to bio-bag what we see on the bed here and get that out. And that will all need to go off to the incinerator because it's covered in fluids. The first thing we need to do is eliminate these risks from the property.
But for Lauren, cleaning isn't just physical. She also performs a ritual to cleanse the space spiritually.
You know you're here to do a job, but you also have to try and be respectful to the person who's passed. Because at the end of the day, they're still their home. And that's why I always open a window and I say, go and be free. We don't know how he's passed, we don't know what's happened. So, we're just going to let him go. I ended up with goosebumps all over my body after I'd done it. I am quite a spiritual person, and it does sound really nuts, but to me, why not let him be free? Don't trap these people in. Let them go. Let them be free. Yeah, you can see across the bed, like droppings and stuff. So we have got some visitors. If you've got a decomposition, rats, mice appear, and obviously they carry germs, they carry diseases as well. Obviously that's causing another risk to you. If you go closer into the carpet, you can see like all the mouse droppings.
Rodent activity certainly can be a problem. They don't see you as a person, they just see you as food. So your rats will start to disrupt a body if it's left there.
Rodents carry over 60 zoonotic diseases which spread from animals to humans, pose a grave threat when they scavenge human remains. Their droppings, urine and saliva leave behind invisible pathogens that can survive for days, turning the scene into a lingering danger for anyone who enters.
We can get this one out. So we've just moved the unit out of the way. We've just seen another patch that's covered in bodily fluids. So we'll be coming back in a second, cutting that out as well and getting rid of that. And then we'll take the carpet up at the end once we've got everything else out of the way. As I've moved furniture, there is obviously other biohazards there. There is some more bodily fluids that are on the carpet.
If it's an attack by a knife or an attack by then you would expect to find blood splatters in a variety of places.
What's up, ladies? Am I going?
In Los Angeles,
Let's go. Come on.
Victor Robles leads 911 BioClean into the aftermath, tackling hundreds of major crime scenes every year.
We do a lot of gruesome cleanups, gun violence, stabbing in homes. Anything that has to do with blood, we get the calls for. This one time, we got contacted by city officials. Someone was badly hurt. A whole mile of blood trail. It had to be cleaned before daylight. It took us about 60 straight hours just to clean that whole mile of blood splatter.
Today, a landlord across town needs Victor's expertise.
We're on our way to Corona, California. We got dispatched to a blood cleanup. A lot of the saturation of the blood, it's in the shower tub. There is some blood splatter in the tile area, toilet. We're it's about a 33-minute drive. We're in downtown Los Angeles. We still don't know the details of the incident, but I'll keep you guys posted.
Here in Los Angeles, you see some pretty extensive crime stuff. You see some pretty violent crimes that go on. And that's in virtually every community.
On arrival, Victor surveys the scene.
There's blood splatters in the hallway, the carpet, the tile, just blood everywhere. Right away, I knew there was something serious happening. I was overwhelmed and shocked by the amount of blood. It was very gruesome to see.
Our approach, an approach of death investigation across the United States, is the fact that we're going to treat it as if it's a homicide first.
This could be a murder because clearly somebody is bleeding quite a bit, and it's not likely from natural circumstance.
There was overwhelming amount of blood in the bathtub, and he contaminated other areas in the hallway to the room.
There's some violence going on here, and somebody's trying to resolve a serious bleeding issue. With the amount of blood that was shed, I'd be surprised if the person lived in this circumstance.
I'll start loading out from the door, yeah?
In Kent, Lauren and her team are hard at work restoring a bungalow where a decaying dead body was discovered.
Pull that one into there a minute, so we can get this one out. So we just drag this.
With the bedroom now cleared, the team can finally remove the mattress, contaminated with bodily fluids.
Right, we'll get that taped up now.
Yeah, no problem.
So when the waste guys come, they know that that's for a biohazard, yeah?
With the mattress sealed for incineration, Lauren and the rest of the team push on with clearing.
Have you got one for glass and china in here or no? It's all going in there. Cool. Now we're just going to make our way through the living room. If you come with me, you'll have a little look at the armchair. This armchair, I believe there is bodily fluids on there. I've noticed as I'm in the living room that the armchair has got bodily fluids on as well. We don't know what's actually happened, how he's passed. It smells quite strong. It's got a little bit of a distinctive smell to it. It does contain biohazard, so it needs to be incinerated. The lads are coming in a minute. They'll get that all cut up and bag it up, and off it'll go.
There could be a variety of reasons for the bodily fluids that are found on the chair. It could have been attacked in the chair and then moved to the bedroom, or the bodily fluids that were found on the chair could be totally unconnected to the death.
It was something to do with Kent Highways. I do always think about the people that have passed, and it is really sad, but you have to leave that at the job. You can't take that home with you. It's got to stay there. Otherwise, my mental health would deteriorate really, really quickly. So I need to make sure that I can protect myself. But it's quite interesting, sort of as you go round, you can start to gauge like an understanding of what they were like as a person, like what they were into, what they weren't, or what sort of path they've walked in life. Everyone's got a story, haven't they? When you come into places like this, you can sort of gauge their story. Don't get me wrong, there's been times I've sat there and I've had little cries because I've genuinely felt for that person, and I've put myself in their shoes. And it is tough. It is tough. And that's what people don't realise. They really don't. They think just a cleaner. I'm not just a cleaner. By no means. This is going to be somebody else's home. If we can give it a new lease of life, then we will. Savannah's most looking forward to the fridge and the oven.
Look at this. It is my idea of a good time.
And for me, the worse the better, because the transformation you get afterwards is so satisfying. I've questioned myself before, like, are you actually all right? I don't think you should enjoy things like that, but I love my job. I wouldn't choose to do another job in a million years.
But for Lauren, it's about more than just the job. It's a personal journey that led her to start her own company.
I sat in my mum's garden about 4 years ago, and I said to her, like, I'm bored of working in a pub. I might start a cleaning company. And my stepdad went to me, most businesses fail within the first 2 years, so good luck to you. And I looked at him and I said, give me 5 years and I'll be on the map. I feel like a sense of achievement. I feel like quite proud of myself.
Yeah, you got to take big.
Yeah. I just, yeah, I really wish my dad was here to see it as well.
I'm start crying.
So
He'd be proud.
I lost my dad when I was pregnant with my daughter, and it is part of the reason why I do the job that I do. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to make an impact. Everything I've done has been since he left, so yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I've had my kids. I've hit my 30th. I started a business. He would be really proud. He'd be really proud. You're not going to try one behind me, are you? Right, gang. My hands are cold. I'm soaking wet. That's the time to call it a day.
With